Hey guys, this is Notes and Nerds. I'm Nathan Smith, and we are here with Naomi Grossman. Let the people know who you are in a very popular series.
Okay. Well, I'm best known as Pepper from American Horror Story. For those who aren't familiar with the show, it's a limited series, meaning it's each season is sort of a self-contained story. So far, there have been 5 seasons. Murder House, Asylum, Coven, Freak Show, and Hotel, with a 6th to come. I actually occupy 2 seasons. I'm the first crossover character. So you see me in the Asylum as this little special somebody, Pepper. And then I return for Freak Show, which is actually a prequel to Asylum. Anyway, it's very gratifying because it's nice because you can watch the show and you know, if you're coming in late and you don't have to commit to all 5 seasons, you can just watch one. You know, kind of like a short story that way. But it is sort of the payoff for those who have watched them all and see them all sort of start to connect is pretty cool too.
And the character you play is actually based on a true person?
Right. So Pepper is actually microcephalic, which is a neurological disorder. It results in a very small head. In fact, microcephalia is this disorder which is supposedly triggered by the Zika virus, which is, you know, all over the place in the news right now in Brazil. But I digress. We don't, until recently, I hadn't seen it for a while. But in Todd Browning's film Freaks, back in the 1930s, there was a character, or an actor.
If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah. Whose name was Schlitzie, and I was based off of him. That's true.
And I like watching the show, but it's like a love-hate because I love the show, but I hate clowns. I hate anything to do with clowns.
Oh.
They freak me out.
I don't get that.
I don't know what it is. So I will watch it and tough it out just so I can watch it. But I have one dislike in this whole world, and it's clowns. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
I think because they can double side one another, because they can be happy and playful, and then they can just play on your deepest, darkest fears and just kind of scare you.
I think you maybe watched it too many times when you were
Actually, I was scared to death of that movie. My dad used to let us watch it before bed, and right when we get to that point to fall asleep, he'd be like, "They all float down here." Yeah, and I couldn't sleep the rest of the night.
But fear is like based on like what? You know what I mean? Like clowns. Like what clown? Did any clown do anything to you? Like no. Like that's how I feel about it. It's kind of ironic because here I am like in the horror genre, and yet I'm not really afraid of anything.
I used to be afraid of June bugs, but I got over it.
What is that?
A June bug?
Oh, a bug?
Yeah, it's a big brown bug.
You got problems with that.
No, it's a big brown bug that actually will cause you to freak out when it crawls on your skin.
I mean, I don't like snakes. I don't like them. I'm not trying to hang out with snakes, but
I used to own a python.
I'm not afraid of them. Oh, really?
Yeah. I owned a python, an albino python. Her name was Kimberly. Yep.
Of course, Kimberly. Awesome.
I like cool names like that, Kimberly and Lilith.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
You have some stuff on YouTube that people can see, and you also have a one-woman show. Mm-hmm. Can you let our viewers know about that stuff?
Yeah, sure. I mean, for those who think I just came out of nowhere as Pepper, I do. I have a whole life that I had for a long time.
Most actors and actresses do.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about overnight success. It's actually 7 years. In my case, it was like more like 22. But anyway, yeah. So I was previously a member of the Groundling Sunday show, and consequently have like just sketches coming out my ears, which I committed to YouTube, so you can spend a lot of time on there. Groundlings, for those who aren't familiar, is like it's a comedy theater in Los Angeles. A lot of really big comedians came out of there. Phil Hartman, Lisa Kudrow.
Phil Hartman, rest in peace. Oh, what a genius.
Will Ferrell, Melissa
Yes.
McCarthy, Kristen Wiig. I mean, that's what's interesting is those are the new like those guys were there when I was there. So it's really awesome to see them just blow up.
Yeah.
You know. But so anyway, and me too for that matter. And yeah, my one-woman show, or I have two actually as well. That's sort of my other life. I've taken those shows anywhere from Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland to London's West End to off Broadway in New York, LA. I've gone around to colleges and done them. So yeah, those are actually, honestly, like the work of which I'm most proud, because it's all me. You know what I mean? Like American Horror Story is amazing, but it's also got a massive machine behind it, a money machine. And you know, my one-woman show, on the other hand, was like basically funded with my like, you know, whatever I had left over from rent. I'd pour into that.
Her own personal glorified hobby.
Yeah, but I mean, hobby. What's a hobby? I mean, it was my passion.
Yeah. Well, that's why me and my partner, we call this our glorified hobby, because we also have day jobs, but we do this too because this is our world.
Right, but if you can make your hobby into your day job, like that's
Hopefully.
the thing. This, to me, this was never a hobby, and that's why I really oppose the IRS when they call me a hobbyist. Because guess what? While I didn't make money doing that for a very long time, I do now. And it's like any business, you need to invest money to make money. You know, that's like your capital. That's what you start with. And so, yeah, it was a hobby in that regard, in that it wasn't paying me. But the idea is that it would one day.
See,
Sure.
I twist them around. This is my job, and then the one that I go through Monday for Friday, that's the hobby.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is what I'm
That's
excited.
just a means to an end, right?
Yeah. I mean, either or. It just, one helps the other so you can do the other, because,
Right.
you know, we do all this out of our own pockets.
Right.
So it's nice to have that backup to do all of it.
Well, that for me has been success. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's awesome that there's little like Funko Pop figures of me, and the, you know, folks with tattoos and of me. And
I
mean,
had
it's
to
all
admit,
awesome,
I actually
but
thought those Funkos were actually really cute.
they are cute.
The other people was like, I thought they'd be like kind of weird looking. I was like, no, they're actually quite adorable.
They're cute. But at the end of the day, like having your own action figure, pretty awesome. But being able to just do what you love, like that has been the true, like that to me is success.
Yeah, biggest payoff.
Absolutely. Like only spending time doing what I want. Wow.
My payoff is being here at EmpowerCon, interviewing awesome people.
Aww.
I'm pretty happy right now. I'm in a happy state of euphoria.
Is there any other state of euphoria?
If there is, there doesn't need to be.
No.
Just that good state of euphoria doesn't need all the little branches.
No.
Let viewers know how they can get a hold of you.
Well, I'm in all the usual outlets. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm verified, so you'll see the little blue check mark. Just, I think it's Naomi W. Grossman.
And binge watch a lot of American Horror Story to find her characters.
Yeah.
Binge watching is good. And make sure to go on her YouTube and watch her material, and keep an eye out on 2 major films coming out with you in them.
That's true. Major. I don't know how you
We're going to
define
say major because you know what? They don't have to be mainstream to be major.
Okay. They are low budget, so major.
They're
But
frugal.
Okay.
It's not low budget. It's frugal. We don't believe in cheap. It's frugal.
No, well, just is what it is. You know, some movies
You
cost.
can do amazing. Okay, this is what I gotta state. A lot of people are like, oh, well, it's low budget and that stuff. But I've seen amazing graphics and amazing prop work come out of low budget films that should have been big screen.
No. I mean, when I say low budget, I'm literally referring to the budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Couple
movies
$100.
that, with Tom Cruise, not low budget. You know, these were low budget. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Fear Inc. is one, and the other is called The Chair. Both horror films, both coming out in 2016.
That's awesome. Guys, make sure you check out her stuff. Check out her material. Keep eyes open for her movie. And make sure to just go nuts over this amazing woman.
So bossy.
I'm not bossy. I'm just directive.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This was a great episode, guys. We do appreciate you watching our shows.
Yes.
You know, what did you think, Nathan?
Wow.
For a first one, it wasn't bad.
Brain fry. It was a great time. And Empower, you are an awesome lover. You're really nice to us.
I don't know if Charity's husband is going to appreciate that.
I'm
Charity, yeah. Seriously though, Charity, thank you very much
Yes.
for the opportunities that we've had here at
Great time.
Empower Comic-Con, and the message that you were sending was great. So we do look forward to next year, and
Thank you to everybody here at EmpowerCon.
thank you for watching us here in Notes and News.
Yes.